Hey guys, welcome back to the Debate Hut. As you might know, both of us are massive fans of the Netflix Daredevil series and pretty much just Daredevil in general. Well, there's been some really big news about the MCU's upcoming show, Daredevil Born Again, including that they're looking for new writers and directors. So we're going to give you guys our thoughts on all of the recent news. But before we do, make sure to check out our video from earlier this year on our thoughts on why we think Daredevil Born Again won't be as good as the Netflix Daredevil. And feel free to disagree with us. We like that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But just make sure to let us know down below in the comments your thoughts, because that'd be nice. But yeah, and if you like this sort of content, then please make sure to give this video a like and subscribe, and also make sure to comment down below with your thoughts on all of the news on Daredevil. Is it a good thing, what they're doing, or do you think they should just scrap the whole thing? But yeah, so I'm just going to do a quick recap on all that's happened because there's been a lot of different stuff coming out here and there and everything. So I think it's fair to say that Daredevil Born Again is like one of the most anticipated shows that was supposed to come out next year in 2024, but because of the writers and actors strike, it got delayed, and the rumor is now it's going to come out sometime in 2025, which will probably get moved again because of all this recent news to probably
Oh God.
2026, 2027. We don't know. But according to the Hollywood Reporter, Marvel let go of the head writers and also released the directors from the show. And so they're looking for new writers and directors for the show. There's basically been a big change in the way that they're going to do shows for going forwards. I mean, that was in the news for quite a while before this whole Daredevil stuff came out. I don't want to get into all of that, but the article from the Hollywood Reporter goes into that. So if you're interested, check that out. But I guess the question is, why do they let them go? Well, before the strikes, less than half of the show had been shot. I think from what I heard, it was like around 4 episodes, maybe, or something. And
Mm.
the higher ups in Marvel reviewed the footage and they saw it wasn't working. It just didn't look good or anything. And it's not what they wanted. So I've taken this directly from the article. Sources say that Corman and Ord, who are the head writers, crafted a legal procedural that did not resemble the Netflix version, known for its action and violence. Cox didn't even show up in costume until the fourth episode. Marvel, after greenlighting the concept, found itself needing to rethink the original intention of the show. So Marvel are going to keep some stuff, but they're sort of starting from square one again, sort of. So they're going to keep some of it, but they're going to kind of go again, sort of. And this news was pretty much confirmed by Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays Kingpin, aka Wilson Fisk, and also he had further news. So you might so well, there's more. It just doesn't end. So we kind of got sort of the background around the show. So sort of like the first few episodes, maybe. So here goes. Originally, Daredevil Born Again had Matthew hang up the devil's cowl for over a year after failing to save Foggy and Karen. So apparently they would have died in the first episode, but off screen.
Yeah.
Can I just repeat off screen? But I've also heard that Karen wasn't even considered to be a part of the show and wasn't even referenced or alluded to in the first episode. So I've heard two things: the fact that both of them died off screen, or just that Foggy died off screen. So there's both of those. And then Kingpin would have been mayor, winning on a campaign of backing law enforcement while discouraging street level heroes like Punisher, Daredevil, and Spider-Man. That's basically all of the news. I mean, there might be more recent news and stuff, but that's pretty much the main focus of where everybody is where everything is at the moment with Daredevil Born Again. So yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Grace, what do you think? I think we'll start off with talking about Foggy and Karen because we mentioned both of them in the video I told you guys before on like why we think Netflix one is much more better.
Mm.
So they were a big part of what we talked about. So
Yeah.
how do you feel about what I just said about them dying off screen?
I feel like they did them dirty, like really, or like just so awful. How can you do that to them? Like they were part of the beginning of Daredevil. Like without them, like they're not really like sidekicks. They're like the closest friends. Like they help each other out in so not just in Matt's personal life, but in his like secret hero lives as well. So I don't know, cut them off. It's just I don't know. It's just stripping down half the storyline because without those two, there would have been some. There would have been much like in the other seasons in Netflix. So I mean, I kind of understand if they wanted to get rid of Karen. I mean, she was a good character, but I could see like if they're trying to give Daredevil like a new love interest, maybe. But Foggy, how could it go? He's I just can't imagine a show about him really, and I like that they actually gave us some more information about what actually happened to them, but I still don't understand why they had to cut them off fully. It's just I think they just did them dirty. What do you think, Emily? Because you are the most biggest fan here of the Netflix show, so let's hear your thoughts.
Thank you very much. But I I I I mean I think we all got had the idea because we had all heard like, there were no rumors of Foggy or Karen, being in the show. And so I think we all sort of thought that, they weren't going to be a part of it. I don't think any of us thought that they died. And then to hear in this that they died, like it's like why? Like what? Like why?
Mm,
Like it's so annoying. Like I get some people didn't like Foggy and I get some people didn't like Karen. I personally don't understand it because I loved both of them.
mm,
But it's like, A, why are they dying off screen? Like you
mm.
literally it like they did the same thing with T'Challa. I mean that is a completely different circumstance and that makes sense. But for this, it's like why? Let's
It's
like
pointless.
it just feels like if you don't want to include them in the show, just say they're on some mission or something like, just I'm sure you could concoct some,
Yeah,
stupid reason or something, but just to say that you've
yeah,
just killed them off and because of that, Daredevil's gone into sort of like, he's gone back to how he was feeling before, like, with after losing Elektra and stuff. Like it's just like why? Like I really loved getting to see the relationships and friendships build between them, and also the end of Daredevil season 3, like with the napkin stuff. Like that was so cute, and it had to continue from there. I get we're not sure if this is going to be a complete reboot, if it's going to be a soft reboot, or whatever it's going to be, but to just completely kill them off is just it's basically saying there's no possibility of their return. I mean, there always is some sort of multiverse and all that
yeah,
rubbish. But still, like it's it's so unnecessary.
yeah.
It's so unnecessary. Oh, I when I heard that, I was like, this just makes me really appreciate the Netflix version and makes me
Yeah.
really dread what they're going to do and they're just gonna ruin it and everything. It's just gonna take a deep breath here. Just gotta take a deep breath here because
I'm quite curious about how they're gonna die, like or how they died, because there's a lot of reasons to kill off a character. Like you said, Black Panther, he died of illness. So I don't know. I just wonder how could you easily get rid of two characters without just without explaining, like,
yeah.
because I have a feeling the easiest way they probably would do is probably maybe talk about like the New York attack, maybe because look, maybe they die there and that's where Daredevil like gives off. Maybe I think because that's the easiest way I could think of, like not easiest, but like a good excuse. But
Yeah.
yeah, it just feels a bit. It's like they're trying to make the characters worthless and like they weren't important in the beginning, but they were obviously were in the
Hmm.
Netflix. So
I mean, to be honest, if we think back to season 3, they're the ones who really helped Matt come to terms with everything. And they really brought
exactly.
him back because he was on a path of vengeance. But they really brought him back that he's not just Daredevil, he's also Matthew Murdock.
Mm.
Oh, when I heard that, I was just like, but yeah, let's stop talking about that. Let's talk about what's happened with the whole writers being fired, being let go, I guess. I think let go is probably a nicer way of putting it. Being let
Yeah.
go, and the some of the directors as well are being let go. And uh, how do you feel about it, Grace? I'll start with you because I mean I'll start with you. You're the only one here.
It's just causing a lot of mess for this product, like project. But just like when you're starting something, you start it and then you just have to finish it quickly. And if it's they only done 4 episodes, I'm not sure how many episodes they're doing for season one. Is it like 6 or 8? Probably
18,
six.
18.
18.
I think they're doing 18, but I think from what I remember, they're going to split it in two. But,
Okay, so
the
let's
whole
just
thing's all
say they're doing the
changed.
first 9, and you're already. I don't know, but I wouldn't get rid of the writers so quickly. I'd rather just have them and just tell them, look, guys, this doesn't look right. Can you maybe just pitch up a new idea as quickly as possible? Because it's a lot of effort for writers to think of a new idea and try to write it down in different episodes. And the directors as well. They have to think about precisely what shots they want to do and how they're going to organize it, how they're going to do a day or night. It takes a lot of work. And to think they're going to just get rid of them and then wipe out some new ones is, like you said, this show is probably like people probably not gonna like it or not because you're going up against a Netflix show to with this show and you're trying to make it not better but as good. So it's I just don't. I think they should have. I think they just done something too quickly. Like they act before they think. So yeah, it's. I don't think that they thought this too well. What were
I
you?
agree with what you just said there. I think they got too eager. I think they saw how well Daredevil did with the Netflix shows, and not just, with his own solo show, but also with Defender Saga. The fact that he was like one of the main characters and everybody like really fell in love with Daredevil because, comparing it to the 2003. So this one was definitely a step in the right direction. And what people liked was its darker sense. Like, it was really dark. Like it had its moments, it was really
Yeah.
petrifying at some points. And the MCU is not known for that. The MCU has not been very dark. I mean, we're sort of getting there, but we're not there
Yeah.
yet. And I think that's what they saw. Well, when they were reviewing the footage, they were like, this is too light because we heard it was going to be different. It was not going to be that dark. It was not going to be that bloody, I guess we could
Yeah.
say. It wasn't going to be exactly the same as the Netflix one. And I think that's where a lot of people, were like, oh God, well, we'll see how this goes. And we heard it was going to be a lighter tone and everything. And I think that's where they were kind of like, well, we did something wrong because it doesn't resemble the Daredevil, everybody likes. And I get that they want to show a different sense of Daredevil. I mean, we first saw Daredevil in the MCU in Spider-Man No Way Home, and that moment, I remember in the cinema, everybody on their feet,
Yeah.
everybody clapping. I don't know if everybody knew Daredevil,
Yeah.
but
You were
I
screaming.
I
Like
I
you, she
was
was cheering for joy when he
I,
walked into the room.
I was so happy. Like it was such a moment. And then they brought it all down. Like I know some people liked his relationship with Jennifer in She-Hulk. I found it horrible. I didn't really
Oh,
enjoy the whole portrayal of Daredevil in that. That is where it set me off. I was like, Jesus Christ, if this is the Daredevil we've got to look forward to, I don't want to see it. That Daredevil was just not Daredevil. I get that there's different variations of the character, and I get, character development and all that stuff, but that was not the Daredevil I wanted to see. So I'm kind of happy that they've made this decision, but again, I'm not sure exactly because they were kind of vague. They didn't really say like what exactly, you know, what was wrong or anything. So,
mm,
but yeah, I
yeah,
think I think it was in the right direction. I'm happy with that.
yeah. I mean, I do understand if they thought that it was getting too soft, this Daredevil, because I do think we actually probably need. I don't want to sound too brutal, but I think we do kind of need a bit more like bit dark and a bit adult-like in the MCU. Because in the beginning MCU, we had a few like hard fights and death scenes. Now we had like Thor being a comedian and like nothing much. So I think it just needs to tone it down a bit and a bit more, bloody action. It's not too bloody, but like nosebleed action. But yeah, I think it was a good decision. If it was going too soft, they needed to rethink the story.
But will this actually work? I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see. I
Yeah.
kind of don't think it will ever live up to the Netflix one. I kind
No.
of get the feeling they're trying their best, but it's just not going to. I mean, they kind of did a complete flip. I mean, first of all, just excluding Foggy and Karen and just saying that Dad was just it's just in
Yeah.
such a bad like and then also I know some people liked him in She-Hulk, but I didn't. I thought that was just that's the opposite Daredevil we're used to. I could see some hints of him, but it's just like, yeah, no. And the yellow suit, like I didn't like that personally. I get it was in the
Yeah.
comics, but I
You
didn't
said
like
it
it.
was like ketchup and mustard together, didn't you?
I don't think I said. I thought you said that.
I thought you did.
That's not something I'd say, is it?
I
Maybe
don't
someone
know.
else said it. Oh, we'll check. I'll
We'll look
check.
back in the we'll look back in the reviews.
But yeah, I do feel bad for those writers. I mean, they've become executive producers or something now. So I guess, because some of their work is still going to be included. So it wasn't all for nothing. But I think they really, like Grace said, they really do need to have a think about, what they're doing
Mm.
and also how best to go about this. Because I know that they're trying to link everything to everything and all of that stuff. And some things just need to be on their own, I think maybe kind of like Moon Knight, you know?
Yeah.
Just don't jump too soon and go, "Oh yeah, we need to link this to that." Just keep it separate, but also keep
Mm.
the door open for it to actually have that sort of link or something.
Yeah. I remember you mentioned in the story about like Kingpin's little mission about like talking about trying to track down like Daredevil, Punisher, and Spider-Man, like the street heroes. And I just thought, I know we're getting Punisher in it, but I felt like because we lost Karen, because I know Karen and the Punisher had like a little thing, and I don't know. I felt like where is she gonna be when we need her for the Punisher? Because she did help in a lot actually in season two, if I recall. And I know this is not probably it's not gonna happen anytime soon, but I am a little bit excited if they do kind of bring in Spider-Man into the show. Because I know Kingpin and Spider-Man had history as well in the comics. So we might see a little team up, maybe. But it is worrying that if they're gonna do a little bit softer for Daredevil, they're gonna make the Punisher softer as well. So yeah, that's very worrying. Hmm. Any
Yeah.
thoughts, Emily? Anything
No, I
else?
agree. I agree. I feel like a team up, even though I'm not a massive fan of Tom Holland's like version of Spider-Man. I do prefer the
Yeah,
original.
yeah, yeah.
But
We all know.
anyway, I still I still would like to see that team up. I saw it in the Spider-Man show between Daredevil and Spider-Man, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is so good. We need this, and we do need this. We do need to see this sort of stuff. So yeah, but I think first of all, forget about teaming up. Just please just focus on Daredevil and just make that good. Don't overcomplicate it.
Yeah. Question: is Echo before or after Daredevil Born Again?
It should be coming. Oh, wait, when it will be releasing or like
Yeah, yeah,
it's a
yeah.
oh it should be coming out next year, I think.
So before Daredevil,
Oh yeah,
you know.
yeah, definitely. I mean,
Mm.
unless if I mean with this now, maybe they might have to shift stuff around. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
really know.
because I'm just thinking he's meant to be in it, um, Daredevil. So I'm just thinking like his show, like the Echo, will try to make an impact on Daredevil as well. So just wondered like if they're gonna do it before, they're gonna have to make a good impression of Daredevil because, like you said, he didn't make a good impression for you in She-Hulk. So if Echo comes first, Daredevil needs to up his game before his show. And if the show becomes before, then we might, I don't know, then we need to prepare ourselves much quicker than before Echo. I think that's our talk today, guys, about Daredevil Born Again. If you guys have some thoughts or some knowledge that we aren't aware of, please tell us in the comments down below. We'd love to hear them. And you could tell us, are you excited for the show, or do you think the Netflix Daredevil is still the greatest? I think we will agree with you, but if you disagree, again, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Before you leave, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You could check out our other talks about Daredevil and our other talks about Deadpool 3. We've done lots of talk about that, and we've done reviews, reactions to Marvel's shows and films. We also done some Disney stuff, and we also done games, pranks. The whole lot is on our channel, guys. Please check that out. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and if you do, we will follow you back. That's a promise. And you can check out the website Emily has made for us. It talks about the team and some of the videos we've done in the past 2 years. So yeah, check that out, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.